In this presentation, we will be analyzing Walmart's corporate social responsibility. According to Investopedia, corporate social responsibility can be defined as a self-regulating business model that helps a company be socially accountable to itself, stakeholders, and the public. When companies focus on the impact they are having on all aspects of society, they become a more desirable organization to their stakeholders. To start off this presentation, we will talk about Walmart's corporate governance structure. Next, we will discuss Walmart's corporate social responsibility compared to its competitors, Target and Costco. And then we will discuss Walmart's stakeholder management. Lastly, based on our research and findings, we will make recommendations on ways Walmart can improve their governance and corporate social responsibility to further demonstrate their newly found values in ensuring a sustainable future.
My name is Nolan Chandler, and I will be providing an overview of Walmart's corporate governance structure. Walmart's executive management consists of 11 primary executive officers employed in a range of international and domestic leadership roles. These 11 officers include 4 women, and multiple officers have grown up with the company, starting as hourly associates and climbing to the top of the ladder over the last 3 decades. The current CEO, Doug McMillon, is included in this lifelong group of Walmarters, starting off unloading trucks for the company while still in high school. He has been at the helm of the company since 2014, leading Walmart through some of the company's most progressive years. These lifelong Walmart stewards are well balanced by the other directors' robust backgrounds in technology, accounting, e-commerce, and government affairs. Now we will transition to the board of directors, where Walmart is governed by an 11-member board. The chairperson of the Walmart board has historically been a member of the founding family, with the current chairman being Gregory Penner, who took over for his father-in-law, Rob Walton, the son of founder Sam Walton, in 2015. The board currently controls 6 committees, including 3 not required by the SEC. These additional committees focus on corporate strategy and technology utilization. Risk management analysis is conducted by these committees and is overseen by the greater board of directors. The board is moderately diversified and contains a majority of independent directors. All directors are elected to 1-year terms by shareholders during an annual election, and there is a maximum 12-year term limit. There is a strong display of financial expertise on the Walmart board, with 5 of the 11 directors having been previously involved in senior management roles in the accounting or finance industries. Walmart's corporate governance model appears to be doing all the right things, working towards increasing director and executive accountability and diversity. However, their excellent presentation on their investor relations site is not quite indicative of their past, having been involved in a significant scandal alleging bribery to foreign officials in 2012. These violations of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act were allegedly followed by a cover-up scheme stemming from Walmart's corporate headquarters in Bentonville, Arkansas. The charges have since been settled with the SEC and DOJ, but that settlement does not quite erase the unease felt by investors in the ability and competency of Walmart's governance. Ideally, these fears were addressed in some way by Walmart's 2019 transformation, moving from a CSR perspective to an ESG, environmental and social governance standpoint. Through this new lens, Walmart has shifted its corporate culture by displaying an increased emphasis on stakeholders, as well as taking a progressive corporate stand on issues such as the environment and gun control. We found minimal areas for improvement to Walmart's current corporate governance structure, at least on paper. Walmart has appeared to have taken the necessary step of embracing both stakeholders and shareholders, an essential strategic move to remain a frontrunner in today's business environment, regardless of ethical or moral values. As we will discuss, unfortunately, their excellent written words and grand plans do not always correlate with their actual results.
Walmart's competitors, Costco and Target, exceed Walmart's commitments in their CSR statements by providing clear, transparent, and actionable commitments as organizations to create meaningful future change. For example, when comparing Walmart, Costco, and Target's CSR statements regarding their community engagement, Costco quantifies their community engagement by stating they budget 1% of their pre-tax profits for selected charitable contributions focused on children, education, health, and human services. Target quantifies their community engagement by stating that they have 1 million plus team member volunteer hours for the fifth consecutive year in a row. They have donated over 89 million pounds of food to underrepresented communities. And in 2019, they gave over $28 million in cash grants, donated more than 5 million pounds of food, and team members volunteered more than 262,000 hours in Twin Cities, their hometown community. Walmart states that Walmart strengthens communities through retail business and community giving. Walmart supports and invests in communities through local giving, encouraging volunteerism, and through programs to strengthen community cohesion. In Walmart's statement, they clearly lack quantifiable ways of reaching their CSR objectives.
My name is Kira Cleveland, and I'll be addressing Walmart's commitment to stakeholder wellness from the perspective of planet and suppliers. When it comes to the planet and sustainability, the mega retailer set a target for zero emissions by 2040 and aims to protect, manage, or restore 50 million acres of land and 1 million square miles of ocean by 2030. Walmart celebrated that as of last year, the company successfully diverted 80% of its global waste from landfills and instead found ways to recycle, reuse, or sell the resulting garbage. They were also able to avoid 230 million metric tons of CO2 emissions and now report 29% of their operations are powered by renewable sources of energy. By 2025, its goal is to achieve 50% renewables and zero waste in the UK, Japan, and Canada. In many ways, reading the sustainability section of Walmart's CSR is disorienting compared to the history of the waste giant we've known for years. In a 2014 study by sustainability consultancy Pure Strategies, Walmart was identified as a top retailer driving suppliers to invest in product sustainability by 79% of the 100 companies, such as General Mills, Timberland, and Coca-Cola, surveyed. In 2018, Walmart and SunPower announced their 23 megawatt solar agreement. Rather than simply launching a solar power initiative, Walmart became the single biggest commercial solar generator in the country. Walmart's 2020 CSR packaging goal is a respectably ambitious one. Achieve 100% recyclable, reusable, or industrially compostable packaging in all Walmart private brand products by 2025, and approximately 55% of private brand suppliers as well. The Sustainability Consortium Walmart helped found published a sustainability toolkit detailing key performance indicators and guidance for achieving sustainability at the product category level, whether these be laundry care products, computers, or beer. At their annual Sustainable Packaging Innovation Summit, they shared their toolkit with their suppliers and industry, encouraging in-depth discussions on common ESG challenges. Within its suppliers, Walmart has had a number of ethical issues throughout the years. In June 2016, Walmart was featured in a CNN business article citing the Asia Floor Wage Alliance's report, which identified persistent rights violations against Walmart supply chain workers in Bangladesh, Cambodia, India, and Indonesia. Reported issues ranged from sexual harassment, highly exploitive worker contracts, unsafe working conditions, denial of benefits, low wages, and penalties for pursuing unionization. In the aftermath of that exposure, the CSR in 2017 revealed a greater emphasis on initiatives intended to support the safety and dignity of workers everywhere. The company started to develop a plan for internal audit programs and partnerships with external auditing organizations as a step toward demonstrating the proactive commitment to changing the working environment. In 2018, the company highlighted how it had assessed compliance through 13,000 audits, opened 500 cases regarding supply chain misconduct allegations, and engaged with 60 plus suppliers through their internal issue response process. Unfortunately, these numbers pale in contrast to the reality that they have over 100,000 suppliers in their chain. In 2019, the Norway Fund's Ethics Council found in its Environmental, Social, and Governance report that Walmart reported 63.1% of its suppliers were generally compliant but failed at least one important requirement, and another 10.8% had significant violations, but that the retailer was choosing to still source from them while they worked to correct their violations. Furthermore, since 2012, Walmart has ceased business relationships with only 30 of its 100,000 suppliers on the basis of serious human rights standard breaches.
When shareholders invest in a company, they are trusting that the management team and board of directors deliver on their promises. In the past, Walmart has been known to maximize shareholders' wealth, but at the expense of ethical practices. These unethical practices have led to lawsuits that in turn lead to dips in shareholders' ROI, return on investment. Due to shareholders' desire for investment stability, socially responsible investing is growing. Walmart recognizes this and created their ESG report. However, their ESG report is evasive and lacks quantifiable objectives. This may hurt Walmart's shareholder relationships in the long run.
This is Lucia Appel. As much as Walmart seems to do right in the business sense, it seems to do wrong when it comes to its most vulnerable stakeholders. As much as Walmart does right in the business sense, it seems to do wrong when it comes to the most vulnerable stakeholders. Employing over 2.2 million people, Walmart is the largest private employer in the world. Over the years, the company has received a serious bad rap from claims regarding its workforce. While Walmart still holds the public image as the poster child for poor employee treatment, over 1 million employees now have health insurance and an employee education benefit that costs only $1 a day, which is available to full-time and part-time employees. In September 2019, Walmart opened its first health center where uninsured and insured customers and members of the community can order primary care services, common tests, counseling, nutrition and fitness classes, and dental care, including oral surgery, often just for the price of a normal copay. Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, is famous for this quote. Since his death in 1992, however, Walmart and the Walmart Foundation have dramatically increased charitable giving. For example, in 2005, Walmart donated $20 million in cash and merchandise for Hurricane Katrina relief. And in 2020, they committed $25 million to organizations on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic response. Today, Walmart's charitable donations approach $1 billion each year. In addition to numerous lawsuits over the last 30 years, Walmart has been the subject of dozens of studies examining the impact the big box conglomerate has on local communities. The wide range of positive and negative impacts resulting from how Walmart does business was coined by Charles Fishman as the Walmart effect. Employing more Black Americans than any other private employer may infer that Walmart's diversity initiatives are effective, while this statistic speaks wholly to the larger issues of institutionalized racism and the cycle of poverty. Walmart's vision and mission statements promising intangible, non-quantifiable benefits are purely lip service and PR moves as we watch the giant get bigger and richer, as its beloved associates are replaced with robots and computers, and as it continues to utilize supply chains guilty of human rights violations and skirting environmental regulations. Walmart still has a lot of work to do to try to counteract some of the damage that's been done to our society and even our global market at large. They can start here in America by demanding that the minimum wage is raised.
Although historically Walmart has a less than admirable reputation as a corporate citizen, their 2019 ESG does shine some light on hope for Walmart's future endeavors. Some recommendations we have for Walmart are to include less passive language and more actionable language in their ESG, and to avoid verbiage like encourage, strive to make, taken into consideration, etc., and to replace this verbiage with quantifiable objectives that reflects a more strategic outlook that increases transparency for their stakeholders. Aggressive CSR engagement from Walmart, a company that pulled in $524 billion in revenue last year and had a net income of $14.9 billion, will not only improve their brand image and reputation, but will also increase the organization's bottom line, will help with investor relations, and most importantly, will have an overall positive impact on society. Thank you.